everybody is in the month of February and so-called Black History Month, which I call like Moorish History Month. I'm just like everybody else. I am too am excited for the movie premiere of Black Panther. Now, congrats to those who probably saw a pre-screening of it or recording of it or whatever like that. And congrats to the brothers and sisters who showing up in Afrocentric regalia, in support of the movie to go ahead and show what's going to show how powerful we really are. But I say, let me, the reason why I haven't been doing any videos on it, because, like, first thing first, number one, I just had reinstalled Windows 10 back on my laptop, on my computer. So, my apologies to myself, but I still put video out when I'm on the go. But now, I use, as, thanks to Tony Rain suggesting me using a Power Soft, which has been very great, very helpful. So I'm back here again at the lab, and please excuse that damn annoying fire alarm. But let's just focus. So I was doing some research too at the same time, of being the multitasker that I am, and it was concerning with the daughter Malaji, as you see right here, you know, and come across my research that the daughter Malaji were based on a real life um, sister tribe called the Dahomey women. And we all know in the comic books, if you're a comic book buff, because I've been reading Black Panther ever since I first started reading and started collecting comic books. Okay, so Black Panther ain't really nothing new to me, but I'm ecstatic that it's made the silver screen, and I was even ecstatic when he appeared in Captain America Civil War. But even before then, I was watching the Avenger cartoons on Disney and saw him on there as he's on the current Avengers Assemble cartoon season 4, I believe, but they doing season 5 now pertaining just to him. But the Dora Milaje, as y'all well know, happened to be the elite fighting squad and bodyguards, the royal bodyguards for King T'Challa, which by the way has Allah in that. So as my brother Asir Ducatiers had broke down in a video yesterday, shout out to him. Y'all go there and subscribe to that brother on his channel. You know. But like Yoki, who's right here, she's the leader and the general of the Dora Milaje. Um, she says more like the Secret Service is, so to speak. And they happen to be like all women, you know. Nothing wrong with that. I have no issue with that whatsoever, as it should. So I came across my searches, and I'm gonna leave a link in the description for y'all to read. Um, that the Dora Milaje real like the Dahomey Amazons, and that's the picture of them right there. I'll leave the picture right there for them as well. So I'm gonna just get into it right now. Okay, in the clip below, probably this article. This is from Face to Face Africa. The Dora Milaje are paraded in scenes showing their valor and regalia as Chadwick Boseman's Michael B. Jordan, Lupita Nyong'o, and Denai Guerrera talk about their characters' relation to the Dora Milaje, the women's army in the fictional African nation of Wakanda in Black Panther, which is really, like Morocco, which is really the Moorish Empire. They could put a spin on it all they want. Denai Guerrera, the American actress of Zimbabwean ancestry, knowing that she say Zimbabwean, she didn't say black, who also serves as the general of the Dora Milaje, uh, shares that the Dora Milaje are women who pledge their lives to the throne and the security of the kingdom. You know, the Dora Milaje history brought to life. In the 1800s, there was an all-female army in modern-day Benin that pledged a similar loyalty to the throne. They were known as the Dahomey warriors. The Dahomey warriors, and were praised for their bravery and strength by local leaders and European colonizers alike who encountered them. Their role in preserving the mighty Dahomey kingdom cannot be overstated. The growing conversation about the Dora Milaje therefore presents a perfect opportunity to learn about the Dahomey women. The Dahomey warriors were traditionally called the Inamiton, which means our mothers, in Fon, the language of the Fon people of Dahomey, now in present-day Benin. Some European historians and observers call the Dahomey Amazons as they reminded them of their mystical and powerful all-women's army called Amazons in Greek mythology. Once again, you always want to bring the Greeks in this shit, and which ain't nothing but a bunch of faggot shit anyway. Now, according to A Beautiful Comics by the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, the Dahomey warriors first appeared as part of the entourage of the king of Dahomey's bodyguards in the 17th century. They were to ensure his personal protection and guard the royal palace. Soon, the women numbers and prominence grew from a troop of 800 to 6,000. They would later go fight in battles against other kingdoms as the Dahomey began to expand, lost their male soldiers in war, and were threatened and attacked by the French. Once again, European colonizers. The Dahomey warriors were especially known to be especially skillful, competitive, and brave. Their drills and military parades were also always performed in dancing, music, and songs, and their weapons were sometimes used as choreographic props. As expressed in their songs, their goals was to outshine men in every respect, and European travelers observed that they were better organized, swifter, and much braver than male soldiers. As such, the king would send them to war as to oppose to their male counterparts, and European soldiers would also hesitate to kill them as they were often young women. The women also enjoyed privileged relations with the king, swearing to celibacy and living in the royal palace, which only the king and his entourage had access to. As a testament to their power, women servants rang little bells to warn the people of the women soldiers' presence, and inhabitants were required to move aside, bow, and avert their eyes. Now, the Dahomey women army only became defunct when the Dahomey kingdom fell at the end of the 19th century. Now, according to the UNESCO, which is United Nations Educational, so on and so like that, after 2 months of fighting and previously broken accords between the French and Dahomey, the kings of Dahomey took flight and set fire to most of the royal palaces, marking the end of the kingdom of Dahomey and its army of women in 1892. No surprise. Now, the Dahomey king was later arrested, deported to Martinique, then Algeria, where he died. Dahomey then became a French possession between the German Togo and British Nigeria until Benin declared independence in 1960. Now, the Dahomey women are truly a testament to the real-life story of the African women depicted in the movie Black Panther. Their importance as strategic allies in the safety and vitality of the nation cannot be overstated. And as you can see, you got the video right here, which right there, which you can play. I'm gonna leave the link in the description for that one now. But I'll tell you one thing. I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. When it come down to the Dahomey women, this is a more close-up of them, as you can see. And what makes it so bad, you look at that, and then you look at the Dora Milaje. The color scheme is basically the same. The color scheme is basically the same. These sisters here were the real deal, you know. And I got another picture of them. I think it's this one right here. You got Laura Milaje, and then you have Lupita Nyong'o. She plays Nakia. In the comic books, Nakia was once part of the Dora Milaje, but she wanted to be more intimate with T'Challa. And you know, when you don't, you can't even be like that because originally, like when you look at the Dora Milaje, is like that. They were not only they were supposed to be trained the bodyguards for the Panther, but they were also was like set up to be not concubines. I guess it's supposed to be for him to wife up or whatever. But he didn't look at them like that. He looked at the Dora Milaje like they're his own daughters, and they looked at him as the father, not just because he was the king, it's because it was their fathers. But Nakia wanted more of that. In the comic book, she she left the Dora Milaje and she became some free agent mercenary by the name of Malice. So I don't know if they're gonna show it in the movie. Not, you know, I haven't seen it yet, but I am going to go see it and stuff. And I may just wear my fez just to go see it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna wear my headdress just to go see it. You know what I'm saying? Not just a supporter of it, but he just let motherfuckers know that, you know, that that the indigenous presence is gonna be strong because when I look at like Wakanda, as my brother Asir Dukatir say, um, because really when you look at it, Wakanda happens to be here. If you want to look at it real life, here right here in North America, North of Mexico, Morocco. But you know, this is right now. Now's the time. Is like the time is now to for us to get out there and start standing up. You know, but I'm gonna leave that video to Brother Sears in my um leave it in the description so y'all can go and see what my brother was talking about though. But I wanted to do my little input and my little thing on what I think about Black Panther and how quote unquote art imitates life or perception is reality. And this is reality. Of course, so I heard some people say that they're going to try to boycott the movie because the hidden figure in the Marvel movie is Disney. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. But y'all better quit playing and go ahead and support that movie. Y'all went to go see that foolishness straight out of Compton and stuff. So, you know, which depict us in a kind of way, a negative way. Nothing against NWA or nothing, but so what's the problem that y'all got with this? You know, I mean, it's bad enough. You know, you already dealing. We already dealing when it comes down with these crackers and shit like that. We already dealing with them, but then we also dealing with a lot of agent provocateurs that walking among us in our community, whether they represent Black Guns Matter or they are so fully supported by the NRA. Thanks to Reek for putting that paperwork out there. And a lot of, yeah, I can even say there's even some dirty Moors out there, fortunately. But let me know I'm not one of them. You know, I exposed one of them fuckers already. You can go to my Instagram page for that. But back to the, you know, we dealing with a whole lot of adversity though. But guess what? Like I told y'all a long time ago, don't even get mad on you, get upset. Yeah, expose these fuckers for what they is, and the whole world is already seeing these. these pale skinned suckers and their coon sympathizers for who they are. And nature is already dealing with them. So we just do a sit back, we build, we get our economic and build us an economic power base, and get our stuff in order. And we just sit back and watch the show. Anyway, that's my take on now on the Dora Milaje. And on top of that, in the words of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, great of our time, this will teach you, brothers need to start learning to have a deeper appreciation for womanhood. And the Dora Milaje shows that. With that said, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. No more talk. Peace and love.